Hello class and welcome to Module 2, The Hero's Journey. This is one of my favorite modules because I love the hero's journey, and once you've learned what the stages of the hero's journey are, you will recognize it everywhere, not just in film, but also in nonfiction, real life, your own life, and in literature. And we will be practicing identifying the hero's adventure by using the hero's journey stages monomyth chart as what is called a secondary source. So this video lecture is about the difference between primary and secondary sources. And I want to draw your attention first to the 17 stages of the monomyth chart. This is a chart that was constructed by the very famous mythologist Joseph Campbell. We will be reading a chapter of his book that was an interview with Bill Moyers, where he discusses in detail the different stages that a hero takes within a story and gives some real-world examples as well as some very famous examples from films you may have seen, like Star Wars, for example. But this lecture is about the difference between primary and secondary source materials. You will be working with primary and secondary sources for the rest of the semester in English 1A and will continue throughout your university life, applying what I call a lens to a different text. So the lens that you're using in Module 2 is like a set of sunglasses. You put this pair of sunglasses on, and then you read a variety of texts using this lens to look through. So rather than just say, watch a film, okay, which is an assignment for this week, the film viewing assignment, you are going to be watching a film using the lens of the Hero's Journey 17 stages chart. And I've given you some specific stages to look for in your film. And believe me, they are there, especially in the films that I selected for you, but they're there in many, many, many films. They're also present in literature, they're present in mythology, they're present in nonfiction. So, for example, in this module, we're going to read a little bit about Booker T. Washington, and we will find that his life is a hero's journey adventure as well. We will find by watching Pat Solomon's TED Talk that everybody's lives follow some aspect of what is called the hero's adventure, which is why his TED Talk is titled, Why Should I Care? The reason you should care is that you too are on your own hero's adventure right now. And perhaps this class is the road of trials for you, or the belly of the whale, one of my favorite stages, where it feels like there's so much to do and you can't get out and things aren't going to get any tougher. But fear not, because one of the other things that we learn from the hero's journey stages is that there are aids, supernatural aids sometimes. There are allies, okay? There is help. Usually there is a goddess at some point that intervenes, and that you will return, okay? You will return and become a master of both worlds. And in your case, in academia, that world might be the unacademic or ordinary world and the academic world. Maybe you want to go on to the university. All right. In many of our characters' worlds, they have something that is wrong in their lives that they recognize as wrong, and they must go about this adventure to fix it, to fix some wrong. We are going to be doing several things. We're going to be applying this lens, this secondary source of the hero's stages adventure or monomyth to your own life, okay, in the Pat Solomon TED Talk discussion, to a film of your choosing, which is a form of fiction. You're going to be taking a quiz on the terms, and you'll be viewing a little film clip about the Matrix, which will help you visualize that. And in the weeks to come, you will also be applying the secondary source of the 17 stages monomyth to a work of nonfiction, and for essay number 2, a short story. So we're going to cover everything, and mythology as well. I forgot to mention that. So to practice, primary sources are the thing that you don't know. So for this first example, for this first assignment, the film viewing assignment, the primary source is the film that you choose. So let's say you choose to view let's say you choose to view the film, one of my favorites, Spirited Away. Okay, Studio Ghibli's Spirited Away. And what you decide is, the character, the little girl, whose name for some reason I can't remember right now, is on this adventure to turn her parents back into humans rather than pigs. That's really her goal, her quest, okay? And she is in this strange world where there are a lot of enemies, but there are also a lot of allies. This particular film that I pick, whether it's Harry Potter, Spirited Away, The Hunger Games, is what's called a primary source. That is the source, the first source, the source that I'm trying to read into. How do I read into it? How do I discuss things about a movie? Well, I do that by applying the 17 stages of the hero's journey to the text. So the 17 stages of the hero's journey, this chart is what is called a secondary source. This is your pair of sunglasses. Later in this module, I will add a second pair of sunglasses, which will be Joseph Campbell's actual lecture and interview about the hero's adventure. But, for example, we know with the Hunger Games, for example, that she is called to adventure when her sister, Prim, gets elected to be a tribune. And she does not want that to happen because most tribunes die. So the call to adventure for Katniss happens when she raises her hand to take the place of her sister. And then you'll be surprised at all the other things that happen. Who is her supernatural aide? It doesn't have to be an Obi-Wan Kenobi ghost man. It doesn't have to be an old dude in a cape. It could be a variety of things. But every character goes through this very important initiation phase, which is often called the Road of Trials, okay? Where they have to survive the belly of the whale, which is usually a test that seems insurmountable. And then they have to avoid temptation. They have to atone with the Father. They have to die, either a physical death, where they become a ghost of some kind themselves, or a symbolic death, where maybe they get a power of some kind. Here I think of Neo in The Matrix, when he believes that he can't be killed, that he's not a physical being, he's just a mental being in the Matrix, and that is when he's able to beat the agents. And then the hero has to return. They can't stay in the magical world, the special world. They have to come back in order to help their village, their group, their people, mankind. So I'm looking at this movie, and maybe you choose a movie that you've seen 1,000 times, but now you're going to be applying a lens to it. That is really the trick of a primary source viewed through a secondary source. And if you are nervous right now, let me remind you that you've actually already done this. I just haven't called it primary and secondary sources. In Module 1, for Essay 1, your job was to apply, the color symbolism chart, information about colors, as well as your interpretation of ethos, pathos, and logos to a primary source, a femvertisement of your choice. So the rhetorical triangle was a secondary source. It was a lens through which you viewed your ad, The color symbolism chart, what colors mean and how they carry meaning, was and still is a secondary source through which you viewed elements of your femvertisement. So you've already done this. You've already applied a lens, a secondary source, to a primary source. You applied color, you applied ethos, pathos, and logos to the femvertisement of your choice in order to reveal things about that femvertisement that can't be known without that secondary source, without that pair of sunglasses. It's a little bit like looking into the sun. I can't look into the sun without my sunglasses. You can't look at a film, for this module anyway. You can't look at a myth. You can't look at a work of nonfiction about a real person's life, and you can't look at a work of fiction without using this secondary source, this lens, in order to read through it. And it will give you things to talk about on that primary source. So now you'll have more to say about the film you choose. You will have more to say about your own life. And eventually, when we get to essay number 2 very shortly, you will have quite a bit to say about the short story you read, because you will be applying the secondary source of the hero's journey lens to your primary source, which will be a short story. Good luck.